Welcome back to the ASUS ROG Dream League, live here from DreamHack Winter Indian Show Ping, and we just had our first game of the day. It was Alliance that was able to take game 1 off of Escape Gaming. Slacks, your boys gonna let you down.
Yeah, I was wrong. I was super wrong. But I mean, they had a nice early game, right? I mean, they did it, but
yeah.
They didn't cut the head off that Alliance snake quick enough. So you just can't let them do it. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I wish we had people that did.
I wish too. Well, yeah. We can have some people that can pretend like they know what
Oh, okay. I was trying to give them a nice one. I thought you were going to be like, well, we sure do have nice people, but you actually just destroyed them.
Nah,
I like it.
We do have nice people, and we're going to find out what they thought about this game. It is Only Pixel and Gods with the game breakdown of game 1.
Yeah, thanks very much, Steve. Indeed, and what a game 1 it was as well. It was kind of what I feel me and you both expected from the draft. We knew that this combo from Alliance was going to be strong. The lineup, their draft, the execution was perfect. But at the same time, we just escaped gaming. It felt for me that YapzOr was able to do stuff with the Earthshaker. It wasn't enough to pull through a win.
Yeah, I mean, Slack's predicting Escape to win based on YapzOr's plays making abilities on Earthshaker. It's like, well, he did that. He did ridiculously well. But the overall draft wasn't enough. I mean, the synergy with all the minus armor from the Slider, the Lifestealer, and then the TA was just too much. Easy Roches, easy control, initiating fights with the EGM Slider. Everything fit together for Alliance, whereas Escape's draft just didn't really have enough ability to kind of take objectives, win the game.
Yeah, and talking about winning the game, we've got a really good replay for you here, guys. It was around the key moment where Limp had just picked up his, I believe, the Blink Dagger as well. And, you know, we're going to start to see it. Actually, this is one of the later replays. But this is at this point, Limp is already an absolute beast.
That's a nice Manta dodge, but that's still not going to save your life.
Well, we can see here, obviously, EGM getting taunted up. But this is fine, because, you know, Limp's already on the sidelines. He's working his way around this one. With the BKB coming out, Era's already just focusing down Hunter, which is something we talked about in the draft. You know, we knew that we was going to be able to make a beeline straight for the SD each and every time. And find this easy. And this was one of the fights where already it's looking all right for Escape Gaming here. The thing is, EGM still gets the chance to get this crush out after the duel have finished. And the damage from Limp, as you can see, just these desolate hits. Whoop, bam, look at the health bar. Okay, that's right. Yep. Sinzanoga, he can take a bit of a beating, but he immediately says, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, at this point, the fight's not going too bad for Escape. The main thing is Jug's being taken out, even though he's still alive, but he can't fight, he's too low.
And that Limp is still alive.
Yeah.
And as we can see, you know, just getting kill after kill, and Escape Gaming just having to kind of scatter Koikfa and YapzOr on the retreat. But already, Jonas and Fan, he's still got the lasso. This is the thing, they've already kind of blown everything, as we saw at the start of Escape Game. They came in, they couldn't find an opening for an Echo Slam at the opening. They only managed to find a kind of a dual target, but it didn't end up great because they didn't end up killing EGM. And then, of course, losing the Jug as well, and YapzOr does try for a TP out, but indeed, that first hit bash, it's going to happen, isn't it? It is going to, EGM. And something that we talked about as well, obviously we saw EGM Slardar before. It didn't have the best of performances, but it feels that this game, you know, you got the Slardar, you got this guy, you got this guy. It's a beautiful combo, you know what I mean? It's the Slardar Lifestealer TA that we talked about and said a lot of teams, they don't like to let teams get this through in a draft, and Escape Gaming did let Alliance get those 3 cores. So
they're getting away with the Slider as a support.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Normally, it's like, oh, you've got this Slider lifesteal, but you got to run Slider as a core, put it in the off lane.
Yeah.
Here, EGM's playing as a support, still got a good timing on his Blink Dagger, still managed to do everything that he needed to do as a normal Slider, and then on top of that, they have the Batrider. They've got 2 big initiators.
They've got and great vessels for and the thing is, at the end of that game, I think if you're Escape Game, you got to really look back on that and say to yourself, where should we have tried to break that combo up? Because I just really feel if there's a Slider, you can't let teams have a Slider and a Lifestealer.
Yeah, their cores just didn't seem as scary. We're having to run the Jug mid is something which some teams do and can do successfully. It doesn't strike me as a Koikfa hero, and I think that's where Alliance came in with a clear plan. Put Koikfa on a hero that he's just not going to be a bigger playmaker on. Yeah. So there was really limited options once you got to those last couple picks. So they're like, well, no Koikfa heroes left. Let's put him on the Jug mid.
I mean, and obviously now going into game 2, which will be coming up very, very shortly, what do you expect Escape Gaming to change up from what they did here in game 1?
I mean, draft-wise, they'll probably look to maybe snag up Quickfist here earlier on or put him on something a bit flashier. There were still some options like the Mirana, perhaps, that he could have gone for. The Tinker is something that was also maybe a possibility, but I think Koigva needs to be on something that could just be flashier and do a bit more. Eris is very consistent. He's stable on his carries, but he's not the playmaker. That's Koigva. So, and I think similarly, Trixie is another player that we like to see kind of playing more of this kind of ganking initiator role. The Legion commander this game, not sold on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did see him get the kind of the initiations, but a lot of the time it was just that there wasn't the firepower in Escape Game really to back it up.
It's not a standard. I mean, the hero's role is very much initiated, but they were picking it more for the press the attack and other reasons. So I feel like putting him on the Axes, the Nyx Assassins, heroes that actually go around actively ganking a bit more are going to work better for Escape.
Yeah, and as you also said, talking about Yaps or Shaker, you feel that that performance does show that there definitely can be situations where you can pull out that pick and it could work. This just wasn't the right line.
Really good. Yeah, that early game, the laning stage, he was hitting multiple hero stuns all over the place. He was helping them win the lanes really well, but mid-game wise, the hero doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't really fall off necessarily, but doesn't remain amazing. It's not like pub games where people are going to group up as 5 and give you these big echo slam opportunities. So the hero's like so-so, but I think his play was absolutely amazing. The overall draft though was a little lackluster.
Yeah, and it's issues that we may very well see be rectified in game 2, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to be coming up right now as we're just loading into some more action on Alliance versus Escape. We'll head over to Shiva and Slacks though to get you warmed up and lead you into this game 2.
Yeah, thank you very much, ODPixel and Gods. And indeed, that game, we had some great shows. We had Limp on STA doing really well, Yapstor and Earthshaker doing really well. And during this game, you guys were able to vote for your MVP. Let's take a look at what you have done so far. Now, keep in mind, this vote will run the entire series. So the voting is still open. You can vote for Yapstor with exclamation mark MVP 1, vote for Limp with exclamation mark MVP 2, Loda MVP 3, Sinrin MVP 4, and then Koigva is MVP number 5. And it will run the entire series, and it is not a popularity vote, even though some people will treat it like that.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Looks like my prom vote, dude. Jesus.
Your prom vote?
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is.
Prom king? Prom?
It didn't